Hey everybody, it's Dr. Michael Hyland here. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. This is the 17th of April 2019, and today we're going to be talking about, we're going to be continuing our series on low back pain and ways to self-treat, and today we're going to be talking about decompression, spinal decompression. So last week we talked a little bit about pelvic tilting. That can be a good way to start to move your back in the instance that you have initial onset of low back pain and you're trying to explore ways to move it without injuring yourself, and even to move it to the point where you have pain relief. Sometimes the best way to relieve back pain, I shouldn't say the best way, one of the other ways, other options besides immediately going into movement is going into a position of decompression. So when I say compression, we're talking about, or decompression, we're talking about the opposite of spinal compression, which is when you're in a seated position, especially the weight of gravity pulling down through the head. If you were to draw a vertical line through the body, in the very middle, that weight is pulling down the center of mass of your body. It's going to be centered kind of close to your tailbone in the middle of the pelvic area. And all of that compression is going straight through the spinal column. So the seated position is where you're going to have the most spinal compression. Standing is better than sitting because you have more even weight distribution, and your center of mass is shifted a little bit. But lying down is actually one of the best positions, lying down on your back, especially when your feet are in an elevated position of some kind. That's going to take all that lower body weight out of the picture, and it puts your body in a gravity eliminated position and allows that spine to decompress. So a lot of people have used traction and things like that for spinal decompression, but you honestly don't really necessarily need traction in order to get spinal decompression and relieve pressure on the joints and the nerves of the spine. So I'm going to show you a really quick thing you can do, especially with a first onset of low back pain. This can be also helpful in cases of spinal stenosis, where you have kind of have a constant compression going on because of problems with the anatomical structures in the spine. So I'm in a different environment today. I'm actually in a booth room at my wife's office here at University of Tulsa. So if you see a school of fish behind me, that's why it doesn't look familiar. I'm kind of stuck in this part of town today, so I figured I'd make use of it. Visit her on, this is, by the way, I want to wish her a happy birthday. This is my wife's birthday, so happy birthday to you, babe, and thanks for letting me come over and do this while I'm at your office. So I'm going to turn you just a little bit so you can see these line of chairs right here. This is one of the, it doesn't have to be a chair, it could be a couch or anything where you can get your hips and knees in a 90-90 position. So that's essentially all you're trying to do, is to get up to the surface of a chair or a couch, something similar. And you might want to have a pillow ready. I don't have one with me, but just get your legs in a resting position on that chair or couch. Try to scoot your bottom up so that you're at a 90-degree bend here and a 90-degree bend here. And you're just going to lay in that position in a relaxed position and decompress. So this is going to, like I said, it's going to take gravity out of the picture, so your spine can literally kind of spread and open up. And the other thing that's important is your pelvis is going to be in a neutral position, which will put your lumbar spine in a neutral position. So anyway, that alignment and taking the weight off can be really helpful. And if your muscles in the back are spasming or there's some kind of tension going on there, this can also relieve that and allow those muscles to relax as well. So I would recommend staying in this position. I mean, there's really no limit to it, but for sure at least 3 to 5 minutes minimum, just to allow that relaxation to happen. But you could definitely do 10 to 20 minutes or more, up to 30 minutes maybe, if you have the time to spare. And especially if you have an issue with back pain is kind of becoming chronic, then you want to try to get into a position like this on a daily basis. So I think the hardest part will be getting up from the floor or whatever surface you're on. I've actually had people do this on treatment tables too, and what you can do there is actually, I've literally had put chairs on top of mat tables and stuff. But if you have those bolsters that go under people's legs, I mean, you can buy those. Typically, they have those in clinics, but you can also buy them for yourself. So that's another option where you can get those knees up. So anyway, whoever joined me live, just tell me who you are and say hi, because I can't always see who everybody is. But might have to catch the replay for the whole thing we just did, but I appreciate you watching live, whoever you are. And that's about it for this week, just a simple technique. And let me know what you think. And if you try it, tell me how effective it was. Like and share this video if you can with anybody that you know would benefit from this. I know all of us have family members that have had back pain, so don't tell me that you don't know anybody. But try it for yourself and let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you next week for Wellness Wednesday. As always, be empowered and have a great week.